Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am a Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. Guys, if you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code Starco to get a free starter pack. To do so, it is pretty simple. You go in the settings, use promo code, and you enter the code Starco, STARKO. You press OK, and you will receive a free starter pack. And hopefully, you guys will enjoy the freebies. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check the bell for all the best Dragon Champion content on YouTube. So, guys, today we're going to talk about the solo team in tier 9 raid. It's finally time for me to share with you guys the team I use on phase 3. The team is based on Wizzard because Wizzard is amazing. Is probably my favorite character in the game at this point. But yes, this team is based on Wizzard performance. So we're going to showcase this team, guys. We're going to talk a little bit about the team, the strat, and also we are going to be showcasing the gameplay, the huge advantage of using Wizzard in this team for phase 3. The huge advantage, guys, is pretty simple. You do not have to pre-kill the ads. Most teams, you have to pre-kill the ads and then go in and hope that nobody else is messing up your run. But this team, you just go in, kill ads at the same time you doing everything on the bus, which is actually pretty amazing. So let's jump in the roster. Let's talk about the team, guys. The team is pretty simple. It is a buff lead with Wizzard, Little Betty, Venomate, which is actually most of the damage with Wizzard, and then Master Jewel. So we're going to go through every single characters. We're going to talk about them a little bit, and also we're going to explain what is the strategy to actually do the fight pretty much. So if we go on buff, guys, the requirement you're going to have on buff is going to have eye potency and eye speed, which is actually pretty normal. You can see here we have 6 potency runes. If we take a quick look at the stats, guys, see 133% potency, 245 speed. My recommendation will be to be at least over 235 speed. If you can get a little bit higher than that, it's fine. But also you want to make sure you keep that potency as high as possible because you do not want to miss that turn meter reduction when it proc on him. You know, when his lead decides you get turn meter TMR, let's just call it TMR. You know, you don't want to miss on it. So I'll recommend about 120% potency and 235%, but not percent, but 235 speed or more. That will be my recommendation on this guy. The rest of the stats do not matter. It's speed and potency that really matter on this guy, and I have the ability to level 6. It is very, very simple to build. Next, we have Wizzard. The Wizzard is actually pretty awesome. We're not going to be using him as lead. We use him in this video, guys, as a gear element. By the way, buff was gear 13. What's very, very important on this guy is speed. That is literally the only thing that's important. Also, you want to have the third skill. Here, the third skill, and the second skills up to level 7. Those are the skills that are very important. And if you can, getting the passive up to is actually pretty, you know, pretty nice because, you know, a stack of all piggish gives you 35% potency. You know, if you drop that, you only get well, you get to 35% potency plus 5% for each stacks of all piggish. So you don't really need to worry about potency. I think if you can get his potency around 70%, you're going to be fine. But if we take a quick look at the runes here, you can see 4 speed, 2 potency stats we have here, 253 speed. You want to have him as fast as possible because you want him to be able to use his rotation, the third skill followed by the second skills. Third skills used on himself, followed by the second skills for the best turn meter reduction ability in the game. You want to be able to do that as often as possible. That is going to be your game changer. So you want to have the speed as high as possible. And like I said, 70% potency, maybe even 60% will actually do the job. So that's what you want to have on him. And he's actually outstanding. You're going to see in the video section, guys. Very awesome. Next, the third characters, we have Little Betty. Little Betty is not there to be a defender. She's there to do turn meter reduction. You want to have potency on her as high as possible. And before, because I'm forgetting, guys, these are the artifacts we have on these guys. 18% potency, a 4-star potency artifact here, 4-star potency artifact here, a 4-star potency artifact here on Little Betty 2. Little Betty, what's important is get that first ability to level 7 to have a guaranteed chance to decrease the turn meter. If not, you're going to have an 80% chance to decrease the turn meter, which is not reliable, which is what's very important. And after that is as much potency as possible. And obviously, you want to get close to 200 speed if you can, but it's really getting that potency as high as possible because you want to make sure that this first skills never miss. That's all you want from her. You're not going to be using any of her other skills. You will not be losing your time with that. You're just going to be using that first skills on the boss to reduce the turn meter. That's simple, guys. The next characters we have Venomate. Venomate is going to be a damage character, but you want him to go as often as possible because the more poison you apply on the target, the more damage you're going to be doing. So you want to go as often as possible, apply those poison stack as early as possible, and kick in some extra damage. Technically, you will want to get the passive ability to level 7, the third skill to level 7, and at least the basic attack to level 7. Personally, I'm slacking on the passive and the first skill. Technically, I should promote those 2 skills to level 7, but with the Goblin Raid coming before the end of the year, I'm a little bit hesitant in spending my scroll on that since he's already getting the job done. You want to, so runes, 4 speed runes, 2 potency runes, you have this potency close to 100% if you can, because you still need to apply those poison stacks. And then his speed, the faster he is, the more often he will get turns, the more damage he will do. We have him at gear 11. By the way, Little Betty was gear 11 too. So far we only have 1 gear 13 characters, and rest is all gear 11. And the artifact, we have a 9% potency artifact. Definitely that needs to be upgraded to 18%. That will actually make him much better with his poison applications, but he still get the job done with that, so we cannot really complain about that. In the last characters, guys, we have Master Jewel. Master Jewel, you want to get his first skills to level 7, so you get, you know, you get whatever you need. Actually, you don't even need to get that to level 7. You just need to get that to level 6. My bad, guys. My bad. Level 7 is still great, but all you're going to do is get this skill to level 6, the basic attack, and then after that, you want to give him as much potency as possible and much speed because you want him to do turn meter reduction as often as possible. So obviously, artifact, we have a 36% potency artifact, which is actually pretty outstanding with him. If there's a characters you want to put a 5 stars potency artifact is on him because he is... on a regular basis, he is the best turn meter TMR character in the game because his basic will, if you have slow on the target, will always do turn meter reduction for a amount of 30%, which is very, very big. Yes, there's some ability that do more turn TMR than that, but those abilities are based on, skills that does not comes every single turn. So we give him as much potency as possible, as much speed. We have 204 speed. Now, Ultraman at least 190 speed and at least 120% potency, but we have 141% potency. So even when we do not have tenacity down on Hardock, we are still doing very, very good. Now, next, guys, we're going to be jumping in the gameplay section. You're going to see it's very, very, very simple. All we got to do all we do at the start of the fight, we try to apply the slow on Hardock with Master Jewel. Then we do turn meter reduction on Master Jewel with Little Betty, with Master Jewel, and then the first turn we get a chance to use the second skills of buff. We use it to try to apply tenacity down on the boss. If we don't get it on the first try, next time we have a chance to do it, that the turn meter is really low on the boss, we use that second skills to get the tenacity down. That's the only skill that matter. You want to slow on the boss, tenacity down, and for the rest you use Venomate to kill the ads with Wizzard, and it is pretty simple. Now for the special skills, because you have the skills, you have these skills. let's go back in here. So you have that skill here that will get a free turn to somebody and potency increase to somebody. You always use that third skill on Master Jewel to get Master Jewel as often as possible. If we go with Wizzard, you will always use his third skills on himself every time it's available, and you always follow with the second skill. Never use the second skills if you don't use the third skill before. And then the other important ability is the third skill here on Venom Mate. Since he is the best damage dealer in the team against Hardock, you will always use that skill on him, and you're gonna follow with the basic attack. Those are really important thing. And you're gonna see Wizzard AoE at gear 11 is just gonna wreck this whole team. If you can get a Wizzard gear 13, well shit, he's just gonna murder the crap out of this shit very easily. So guys, next we're gonna jump into the gameplay section. This is a very fast run, guys. It's less than 15 minutes to get a solo clear, which is pretty damn fast. Probably one of my fastest run I ever had. And you're gonna see, guys, it's very simple with this thing. If you can get similar build on your characters without investing too much, you're gonna be able to get very easy clear on phase 3 of tier 9 raid. So guys, you enjoyed the gameplay section, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.